Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. I want us to all participate in the raffle draw. So what we have done is that there are 10 of them, and there are 10 pieces of paper. We folded them, and 9 of those pieces of paper has no written on it. Only one has yes. So we will put the paper here, and then as they come, they pick one, we'll open it and see what is written there.
That's a very transparent process. And may you pick yes in Jesus' name. May all 10 of you pick yes in Jesus' name. There can be a miracle. All right. So one by one. Please step forward. You call your name and you pick a paper. Quickly. Go down. You come down here with me. Thank you. Please, let's have it quiet. Somebody is about to get a brand new car. Hold on to it. You can go back to where you're standing. Please, sir, step forward. Go back. Don't open it before you get heart attack. You pick yours. Go back to where you're coming. Please, madam. Put it behind.
It's indeed a great pleasure to welcome you all to this event, which is a high point of the week-long activities organized to celebrate the Nigeria Civil Service this year. As you are all aware, the first Pan-African Conference of Ministers of Public and Civil Service, which held in Tangier, Morocco in 1994, proclaimed that the 23rd of June each year be commemorated as Africa Day for the Civil Service. In Nigeria, we have been celebrating this day annually from 1999 with week-long activities. And this has always given us the opportunity to showcase current happenings in the service, and also, most especially, to commend and reward outstanding civil servants. In addition to the aforementioned games, the commemoration of the day also provides a platform for African nations to recognize the value and virtue of service to the community. It also aims to highlight and share best practices to enable the service reposition itself for enhanced performance. Accordingly, this year's week-long activities commenced with colorful celebrations and award ceremonies, which were held at the MDA levels. Other activities include the special Jumat prayers that we had on Friday, aerobics on Saturday, an interactive session with civil servants on Monday, the launch of the pilot Federal Civil Service bus scheme on Tuesday, a media parley on Wednesday, and then we will round everything up on Sunday with an interdenominational Thanksgiving service. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the theme of this year's celebration is Performance Management System, Impact on Productivity in the Nigerian Public Service. Globally, performance management system is adopted as an innovative way of not only getting more work done efficiently and effectively, but also ensuring an objective way of measuring performance. This is why far-reaching efforts are being made in the Nigerian civil service to replace the subjective annual performance evaluation report, APA, with PMS. Hence, the choice of the theme is informed by the need for us to highlight the importance of performance management system and galvanize action towards its emplacement in the service. Against this backdrop, it is worth noting that President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration, through the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, in collaboration with private sector partners, have employed a systematic approach for the emplacement of PMS in the service. This is also in line with Mr. President's directive at the 2021 mid-term ministerial performance review retreat that the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation should institutionalize an employee performance management system. To note that the EPMS has gained momentum ever since then. Towards its successful implementation, we have achieved quite
Is this thing rename me?
I wish to reiterate our commitment to the enhancement of performance of officers and their welfare. In view of the former, the office plans to deploy performance management system for the attainment of national goals by 2024. Consequently, performance planning, review, and appraisal by core MDs will be done in line with the PMS guidelines within the approved timelines, beginning from 2024, when APA will cease to be used as an appraisal instrument. This is in addition to the planned implementation of performance-related pay system in the federal service. The lessons learned in the most recent years further underscore the need for us to commit to continuous self-development, particularly in view of emerging new concepts and challenges all over the world. Translating our lofty ambition towards a new civil service of our dream into reality requires both attitudinal and transformational change. Again, this means transforming the way we work and the way we use technology and innovation to serve the public. In this regard, it is most pleasant to note that our efforts in the area of culture change is yielding positive results. This is with particular reference to the fast pace of our transition to the digitalized way of work. I, at this point, also wish to commend the ingenuity of our officers in the various MDs for putting forward homegrown ideas which are working effectively for the benefits of the service. Some of these include the online registration portal for corporal candidates developed in-house, and the office management solution, which we've also implemented among others. Thus, I wish to reaffirm the commitment of the office in sustaining the reward and recognition scheme to motivate officers towards increased productivity. These initiatives in the right direction only go to further underscore the relevance of the theme of this year's Civil Service Week celebration, which is digitalization of work processes in the public service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. At this juncture, I would also like to appreciate our private sector and development partners for the time and resources committed to ensure that across the civil service, everyone has the right skills and capabilities to succeed and to move the service forward. As I conclude my remarks, I wish to reiterate the commitment of government to addressing the plight of civil servants, particularly in this challenging period. Be assured that His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, is very concerned about our welfare, and he is determined to deliver a living wage in line with the renewed hope agenda of his administration. We have also initiated efforts through the Ministry of Finance to address the transportation needs of most of our workers. Distinguished civil servants, once again, thank you all for joining this interactive session, and I wish us all happy civil service celebrations. God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think Madam Desans transformative panel secretaries and distinguished participants. We now come to the highlights of today's high point of today's event, which is the tracking session. And I hope as civil servants, we should conduct ourselves with civility. We should ask questions that are germane to our day-to-day work and moving the service forward positively. Now, our young people for participants to ask questions, but if they are to make their advice, including their name and their engagement, so that they are beginning for us to start with introduction. So once you have named your advice, your name and your MDA, you can be able to go ahead and ask what you want. We will if you have any question or any comment, what will happen? You just go to your device and raise your hand. You will be recognized. Yeah. No, Mohammed S. Musa. Mohammed S. Musa. You have to tell us with your MGA, then your exhibition. Mohammed M. Musa, are you there? You have to
Just your mute.
no, you can mute yourself on your device. Musa, Mohammed S. Musa. Mohammed S. Musa, unmute yourself, please. From your device. Okay, don't worry. We'll go to the next person, David Nalabu. David Nalabu. Unmute yourself and ask your question, please.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning, David. Morning. Go ahead.
Yes, yes. I'm very grateful to join you. Actually, I had the head of the head of civil service when he gave his opening speech and remark. In fact,
Mr. Musa,
No, David.
yes.
Mr.
David, on your video.
Please put on
Yeah,
your camera.
I will see you.
You think that it's returning.
Put your
Okay.
camera on.
Anyone that wishes to speak should unmute himself, then put his camera on, please, going forward.
He's back. He's back now, he can speak. He hasn't put on his. You understand with that?
Mr. David? are you
Yes,
there?
sir. Yeah, I'm there, sir. I say I'm very grateful.
Your camera.
Is he unable to wait?
Come here.
Your video on.
Yes.
Your
Okay,
video.
okay, okay. I've done that, sir.
Well, we're not seeing you now.
Okay, yeah. I said I'm very grateful. For being one of the participants, I had the head of the Civil Service Commission, head of Civil Service, giving us his opening remark and speech. In fact, it was really very nice. We are indeed very grateful, and also hearing that the president will give us his full support to the civil servants. We are indeed very grateful. I'm looking forward to that, for implementation of all that he has given in his opening remark. In fact, I'm very, very grateful to be part of you. I've seen all of you. It is indeed a very great week. I thank God for all the civil servants and all the participants and all the leaders. We are indeed very, very grateful. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. David. Where from Mr. David? MDA, please. Your MDA.
Yes, I'm hearing you, sir.
Your MDA, where are you from?
Oh, I mean, FME, Federal Ministry of Education. Federal Ministry of Education.
Administration?
EPR&D Department.
Department of Administration.
EPR&D Department. Educational Planning, Research and Development. Federal Ministry of Education.
Run.
Sir?
What's
Okay, Assistant Director.
Okay. So thank you very
Assistant
much.
Director.
Thank you very much,
My
Mr. David.
department is Educational Planning, Research and Development.
All right, Mr. David. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
His question.
Okay,
So
sir.
now,
All right, sir.
distinguished participants, if you are not properly named, I will just jump you.
Okay, Amalago David Joseph. Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Mr. David, just unmute yourself, please. Mute yourself, please. Mute yourself. We are done with you, please. Yes. Mute yourself off your camera. Oh, you can leave the camera. Leave the camera. Yes, we'll go to the next person who is let's go to. Sorry. No. Okay, Sunday Ajite Babatunde. Mr. Sunday, are you there? Mr. Sunday Ajite Babatunde. Mr. Sunday, unmute yourself. Balkisu Mohammed Fufure, are you there? Balkisu.
I don't think we can.
Yeah.
The problem
They got
mine.
Yeah, it's up now. Yeah. But the kiss is off.
Okay, Balkisu, are you on? Okay, fine,
Yes,
go ahead.
good morning. Good morning, sirs. Good morning, ma.
Your camera, Balkisu, please.
Please, sir, I'm not in a position to put on my video because I'm having neck issues and I'm with the collar and everything. I'm on debate.
So it's all right. My mom has graciously accepted that. Go ahead for this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma. Thank you for your opening remarks. We are very grateful, ma. My name is Bilkisu Mohammed Fufore. My MDA is Ministry of Transportation. I am in HRM. I am an assistant, I'm a chief administrative officer. My own issue is on the digitization and PMS. As everyone knows, Ministry of Transportation is one of the pioneers or the front runners of PMS. We are doing our best and it's a good reform. But my issue, Ma, what the question I want to ask is, I know and everyone knows, without electricity, there won't be PMS. And without electricity, constant electricity, there won't be digitization. I know in Ministry of Transportation, our permanent secretary is doing her best. There's no time that there won't be light. In fact, whenever there's no light, and more than half of the day, we are on Gen just to ensure that our registry and our PMS and our file trusts are on. So, Ma, how do you, I know you're trying your best, but how do you intend to ensure that, there's stable power in all the ministries, in order to implement this reform very well? Because it cannot be implemented without stability in energy. That's just my concern, Ma, because we want this thing to continue. We want it to continue because it is in fact, it's an excellent reform. We enjoy it in transportation. We are far. We are okay with file trial. We are okay with digitization. We have already digitized ourselves. We are no more in hard copies of files and papers. But I know that there are other MDS that they are still trying, they are still striving to see that, but because of this issue of NEPA and what have you, Ma, I'm not trying to look down on other permanent secretaries, but I know that what might be a priority for Mr. A might not be a priority for another one, but I know it is a priority for my permanent secretary, and that is why it is working well. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you very much.
Please, civil servants, make your comments or questions brief so that we can give as many people as possible
Please, you should be as precise as possible.
Be as brief
Yes,
as possible so that other people will have an opportunity to comment or ask questions, please. Thank you.
So we'll go to the next person. We'll go to Mr. Umabe. Umabe.
Hello, Ma.
Okay, fine. On your camera, please.
Hello.
Your camera, please.
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Good morning, sir.
Your camera, on your camera.
Good morning, sir.
On your video, let's see.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to, I'm not sure what is happening, but I'm trying to put on a video. I'm trying, I think it's settings here. Hello, sir. I'm trying, but I think it's settings here. My question, actually, my name is YEMI-ESAN Brain from University College Hospital, Ibadan, sir. And I'm the deputy director of physiotherapy. Hello, sir.
Umabe, please listen to options. Go to the lower band of your device. On the left, there are two icons, your loudspeaker and your video. Please put your video on. Otherwise, we can't take your question. Please put on your video.
Just accept.
All right, I've done that, ma. Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Yes, ma. My name is YEMI-ESAN Brain from University College Hospital, Ibadan. I'm a physiotherapist, the deputy director by rank. My own contribution, thank you, ma, for your opening remarks. That was quite enlightening. I'll be straight to the point, ma. My concern is with respect to different, the numerous salary scales across the Federation. The customs has got one, the health has got one. Even within the health sector, we have got two. We have the ConHealth and the COMEX. We've got for the police, we've got for core civil servants. Ma, I want to ask, I wouldn't know if there's I know you're doing a lot of things at the moment, and you've been doing a lot of things with regards to salaries, trying to make those in the core civil service to come at par with some other parastatals. I wouldn't know, ma, if it is possible not to have a single salary scale across board, all federal civil servants. Why can't Nigeria have just one? But even if there's going to be disparity in salaries or differences in salaries or emoluments or earnings, it should just be based on grade level or based on allowances. For instance, I will cite an example, ma. Somebody who read economics, a Bachelor of Economics degree holder, working within the federal ministry, within the federal secretariat in Oyo State, earns differently from somebody who read economics and doing exactly the same job, even on the same level, and working within the University College Hospital, Ibadan. So I wouldn't know if something can be done about that, ma. That's my contribution, ma.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Is Mr. Dada Olumide there? Mr. Dada? Olumide? All right.
I'm here, sir. I'm here, sir. Okay. I'm coming. Let me just put on my camera. I can't see where to put on my camera.
Just accept. Just press the
I've accepted. Okay. Okay. Good morning, ma'am, and good morning, sirs. I believe that this, what we call it?
Practice session.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me now, sir? Hello, ma. Okay. Thank you, ma, for this wonderful opportunity for us to have an interaction with you, especially with that we are outside Abuja. I mean, this is the first time that I'm having this kind of interaction with the head of service herself. Thank you very much for this opportunity. And we believe that this session is going to be an ongoing something, a continuous exercise. My question is, during your opening remark, ma, you may mention that PMS, that is Performance Management System, will now replace APA form. I just want to know how it is going to be, how is it going to be effective? Because we know that at the end of the year, we normally fill our upper form. But this PMS, what modalities are we going to be using? And that is that. My name is Dadalu Mideolumu from National Institute for Cultural Orientation, Oyo State Office. I'm Assistant Chief Admin Officer. That is my question. It's on PMS, as it's going to be replacing upper form. What is the modality of effecting it? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
We go to is Mohammed there? Mohammed. No, okay.
You should speak.
Mohammed, speak, please. Unmute yourself. Mohammed.
Yes, I've
Yes.
done that.
Okay, your camera.
Accept.
Accept, just accept.
Yeah. I'm okay now. Good morning, all.
You have not accepted there. You will see a pop message there on your screen. Okay, we're not seeing you, Mr. Mohammed. Mr. Mohammed, are you there? Unmute yourself. Okay, fine. You're on now.
Yeah.
Yes,
Good morning. Good morning, ma. Good morning, all. I am Dr. Mohammed Umate, a Chief Admin Officer on secondment to the Niger Basin Authority in Niamey, Niger Republic. My question is as follows. Those are on secondment like myself. How can the PMS be applied to us, especially we that are working in a Francophone environment where 99% of our work is done in French? Thank you, ma. Have a blessed day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Umate. Dr. Emmanuel, okay, sorry. John Ijodo, are you there? Mr. John Ijodo. John Ijodo.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Mr. John. We are not seeing a picture. We are video that. Unmute yourself, Mr. John. Unmute yourself from your device. Mr. John, unmute yourself. Okay. Okay, fine. Unmute your mic. Your mic, Mr. John. Mr. John Ijodo.
Unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself from your device, please.
Please, participants, can you just follow instructions so that we don't waste time with people? Let me go back. Please, if you are called to ask a question, a request will be sent to you to join the panel. Accept that request and then unmute yourself and undo your camera or your video so that we can see you. Then when you go on to ask the question, introduce yourself first, please, so that we can move on very fast. There's so many hands that are up and we're taking so much time on muting and asking the questions. So, Mr. John, please accept the request, unmute yourself, and then ask your question and introduce yourself. Thank you.
Mr. John, are you there? We have to go to the next person. Dr. Olufemi Olusola, are you there? Dr. Olufemi. Dr. Olufemi, are you there? Dr. Olufemi Olusola, are you there? Unmute yourself, please. Dr. Olufemi Olusola.
Go to the integral of
What's the next?
the integral of
Is Mr. Ikechukwu Okoro there? Okoro. Ikechukwu Okoro, are you there?
Look at it, it's there.
Okay. Ikechukwu Okoro, unmute yourself. Ikechukwu.
I'm here. Are you hearing me?
Yes, please.
I'm here. Are you hearing me?
Yes. Have you accepted the request to be a panelist? Okay, nice. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Ikechukwu. Get us service is obvious. Mr. Ikechukwu Okoro.
Next one.
Hello, sir.
Mr. Ikechukwu, go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Okoro.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Mr. Okoro.
Are you with me?
Yes, please.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Yes.
It's on the road.
Sorry, Mr. Ikechukwu.
Mr. Ikechukwu is like you are not in your office yet.
It will be faster to be appreciated if the version used by head of service, a demo version is created and circulated for people to use as a demonstration in various NDAs that have not implemented. To so many people, like somebody asked, it's still a mirage. They keep imagining how to translate the APA into the PMS. But a demonstration, a demo version of what is used in head of service, that the data could be stored somewhere else and not polluting the main data, just for practice purposes. People will appreciate it more and identify with the lessons they go through concerning the PMS. I made this observation during the last training at Works. I'm like you know, Ikechukwu Okoro, I'm the DDICT, Mines and Steel. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very good suggestion. Thank you.
Is Mr. Hassan Usman there? Mr. Hassan Usman, sorry, Hassan Usman. Madam Hassan, are you there? Hassan Usman.
Hassana Usman, if you are there, please unmute yourself. Accept to become a panelist and then put on your video. Okay, we'll go to the next person if she's not ready.
Dr. Olufemi, are you talking about?
Please, if we have called you and you have asked your question, can you put down your hand so that we don't think you are still raising it. So Dr. Olufemi, please put down your hand.
Mr. Fajimi. Mr. Fajimi, Ejini, are you there?
While we're waiting for other people to unmute themselves, I'll ask the Permanent Secretary, Career Management Office, to please answer the questions on PMS. We've had a lot of questions on PMS. So please, Pamsec, while other people are trying to stabilize their internet, can you just answer these questions? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Head of Service, ma'am. We have three questions from Dada Olumide. Wants to know how PMS will replace APA for the modality to carry out the PMS. At the beginning of the year, every employee will be required to sign a contract with his or her supervisor, in which case we agree, two of you will agree on the work to be done based on the quarter in the year. You agree, and you also agree on what to do and how you are going to be rated, how the work done will be measured. This will be agreed. This is called performance contracting. This will be done at the beginning of the year. And it is based on this that every employee will be assessed. So it is not just after the end of the year, you just pick up an APA form and begin to fill. No, it is you and your supervisor will agree on what you are supposed to do. So, and every quarter, you are appraised based on the milestone you've covered. Every quarter, you will be appraised and you will be graded. And at the end of the year, we will know the percentage of the work that you have done. And we will know why you have not done the other ones. We will know why you were there. It will be reviewed. And also during the year, you are going to call monthly review, where you will sit down with your supervisor and discuss the progress made so far. You'll be carried along. You also carry the supervisor along. You discuss and know what to do. So at the end of the year, you will now be graded. It is this score that you have at the end of the year that will form the basis for what you normally call APA score. It's not that you just sit down and put 19.99 or 19.98. No, it should be graded. You are supposed to do 60 things. You have done 40 of it. So 40 over 60, it will be calculated. Then you will know that you have scored so. Not the head of service. And based on in the PSR, based on your promotion, the exam takes a percentage, the APA then takes a percentage. So it is the percentage that will be used that will now prorate what you have scored over the year in your performance. That will now form that score. This score will be transmitted to the Federal Civil Service Commission, and that will form the basis of your APA. That's how APA will be phased out. But going forward, PMS is not only for examination or for promotion. It's a way of bringing out your competencies from you. It's a way of ensuring that you also contribute adequately to the attainment of the goal of your organization. So we look at what you are doing, what you need to get the work done, provide the tools for you, and we also guide you so that at the end of the year, you will have contributed and you'll be happier that you have had an effect into the achievement of the organization. That is how APA will be replaced. Then Mr. Umati in Niamey, you are on secondment. When you are on secondment, you leave where you are and you go to a new MDA. There's an appraisal system in that MDA. But if they are not using PMS, of course, because you still have to do your promotion with us here, we will have a format sent to your MDA that will report what you are doing objectively. This also will be assessed based on PMS system. There are guidelines. Everything I've been saying is the guideline of PMS. So this will be used to rate you and you'll be assessed. So there is no problem. Just stay in the army, do your work effectively. We are going to send the template to them and they will report back to us objectively. I think also Mr. Okoro, Mice and Steve, you also want to know how to translate APA to PMS. And that was what I explained earlier. Thank you very much.
I think, thank you very much, Francis CMU. Thank you very much, Permanent Secretary, Career Management Office. You have explained how the PMS would work. But I would like to suggest that everybody should please go online and download the copies of the policy and guidelines. You know, once we are able to download it, it's out there on the Head of Service website. So please go to the Office of the Head of Service website and download it. It will explain the processes better, and then you will understand it much better. You know, I'm glad that civil servants, even from outside the country, because they are following either the Office of Head of Service, other on Facebook or on other social media platforms, have been able to join this interactive session. But I also want you to go a step further. Please go onto the website. All these things we're talking about have been clearly explained. So if every civil servant takes the time out to download, even if you don't want to download, just go there and read about the guidelines. It will throw more light on most of these questions that we're receiving today. I also want to talk to Bilikisu for transportation and thank her very much for, on behalf of our permanent secretary. The commendation on her permanent secretary is well noted. And I must say that Ministry of Transportation has gone very, very far on both digitalization and the PMS. So well done, everybody that works in Ministry of Transportation. On the question of electricity, we're also working with the Ministry of Power to ensure that we have alternative power sources. Here in the Office of the Head of Service, they're starting here, and they've already started work with ensuring that we have solar panels and we can have alternatives to what AEDC is giving us. And I think that all MDs should also look out for these alternatives. Also, the conversion of our generators to gas. I just had, I think about a week or two ago, that is actually very easy. Gas is becoming cheaper now. So permanent secretaries and directors, general services can actually go and investigate. If you have 2 generators, you can get a conversion for 1, and then you can experiment with that before you convert all your generators to gas. So please let us be innovative. Anytime we see anything, let us investigate it, and then let us bring those ideas up to management so that we can implement these ideas. I know that quite a number of people run their generators on gas now, and there's nothing stopping us in service to investigate and work on that also. So are we ready for more questions?
Now we have some questions that were sent via text messages.
Text messages.
Yes.
No, I want to see the faces of the people. It's important for us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. My name is Ejideyi Fajimi. I'm with the Federal Ministry of Aviation. I'm in the Department of Reform Coordination and Service Improvement. Mine is a concern. Thank God Ajia Bilikisu mentioned the issue of power, which is very, very important. And thank God the head of service too mentioned the issue of alternative. And but at the end of the day, even when we have power, the equipment to work, because when we are talking of digitization, we have to look at equipment. To digitize, we need computers. And if you look at most of the offices in the ministries, we still lack computers. It will be appreciated if the head of service can make it a point of make it compulsory for offices to have enough computers, so that even when we know how to digitize, we should be able to practicalize it. That is my own concern and my suggestion. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Pansec Aviation, thank God your permanent secretary is online. So let your permanent secretary tell us what plans he has before I round up. Pansec Aviation.
Pansec Aviation.
Yes.
Pansec Aviation, sir.
Permanent Secretary Aviation.
Hello, my head of service, man.
Good morning.
Yes, ma. I missed the question. Good morning, ma. I missed the question.
Okay, the question is from your in aviation, and the staff wants to know what your plans are to ensure that they have equipment to work on their digitalized platform.
Yes, ma.
Can you put on your video, please?
Okay. Hello, man. Can I speak now? Head of service, ma, my colleagues. Yes, ma. So we have done our performance management contract system, and the directors are supposed to cascade it. We have also started having our digitization. We've had a scanning room now, and I'm beginning to provide computers in each of the departments, at least 10, so that when we start the digitalization, with the SOPs we have, it will be easy for us to use the computer system within the departments to digitalize. However, we're also going to do a lot of training after scanning of the files and ascribing the SOPs about how files should move, so that all you need to do after training is a drop down for things to move from one office to the other using offices and not names. I mean, what I mean, designations are not the name of individuals. We've just started, and the training will be cascaded to all staff so that they understand what we are doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Fajimi, let me assure you that in addition to what your permanent secretary is doing, we are also, from this office of the head of service, we're going to provide support to MDAs that are ready. There's only one condition where the office of the head of service steps up to assist MDAs. And it is when we assess readiness and we see that, yes, the MDAs are ready, then we go out and solicit for devices from the private sector and assist MDAs So we need to be sure that your MDA is at that point. We don't want these devices to be given to MDAs that are not ready. We don't want to deploy devices that will be redundant. So the ICT department in the Office of the Head of Service goes around to be sure that MDAs are ready. And then we now look for devices from the private sector and assist the MDAs. I'm sure you're also aware that there's a policy that we named PTED, the policy that is supposed to be for devices used for both digitalization and PMS. Please, once again, go back to the website of the Office of the Head of Service and look for all these things we're talking about. All this information is on our website. Please, please, please go there and acquaint yourself. It will actually help all civil servants. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Master. Comrade Isa Aremu Emana, are you there, please? Comrade Isa Aremu Emana, are you there? Hello? Yes, yes. Accept, you see a message for you to accept being a panelist of this interactive session. Just go ahead and accept.
Are you hearing me?
Your video is off. Okay, fine.
Okay.
On.
Thank you so much, the host. Let me, on behalf of my permanent secretary, the permanent secretary with Ministry of Labor, Madam Daju Kachalom MNI, for Mike National Institute for Labor Studies, to the head of service of the Federation, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN CFR, and the entire service of the Federation on the occasion of 2023 Civil Service Week. And after listening to the address of the head of service, as well as all the contributions of the callers and the responses, I think it is clear that the theme for this year is very, very timely. The digitalization of the workplaces. I just want to say to the effort that the steps to follow the directive of the head of service on the need for digitalization at our institutes. And we have seen the benefit of that. We've tried to make effort to digitalize our library services and also to digitalize the
Sorry, sir, you're breaking. I think your network is bad. We are not getting you properly. You are breaking. So can you relocate because the network is bad there?
Okay, Comrade Isa, good morning. How is Ilorin? It's like your network is frozen, but we appreciate you joining in from Ilorin. Good morning, my brother. Thank you very much for the comments, and thank you for at least starting the process by digitizing the library services. We encourage parastatals, agencies to also join in the digitalization. Thank you very much for your expertise.
Okay. Say the line there. No, sorry, we don't somebody. No. Sorry, no. Akinwale.
Am I back now?
Who is there? Okay, say the line.
Am I back?
Who is there now? Say it.
Yes, I am here.
Comrade Wilson. Let me just round up. Can I round up now? Hello? Yes, I'm just rounding up. The head of service, I also want to commend you for the circular on monthly fitness for the public servants. And I want to say we find this quite useful. You know, when I resume here, that's the first thing I try to emphasize, but your circular has now made it much more appreciated by all our workers to know that for healthy workforce, we must be fit. And I hope on Saturday, if I'm in town, I may possibly join you for the aerobics. That one I cannot do digitally. Thank you so much, ma'am.
We'll welcome you in Abuja.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Akinwale? Mr. Akinwale? Yes, Mr. Akinwale.
Okay.
You see a message there, just accept, press the accept. Go. Mr. Akinwale, okay, yes. Unmute yourself, please. Yeah.
All right. Good morning. Good morning, head of service, the PAMSEC seated, and every other director on the panel list. My name is Akiro Kumpios, and I worked with Office of the Accountant General of the Federation. And I want to ask a question that has to do with my years of experience in salary/IPS units of Federal Ministry of Science and Technology. There is this issue of promotion and salary arrears that has always been coming up every year. And I believe that we have a possible solution if we are willing to do that. And my question would be, what is the head of service in conjunction with Ministry of Finance and Accountant General trying to do in respect of the challenge that comes with the issue of promotion and salary arrears of employees of the federal government of Nigeria that are employed and promoted? Thank you, and do have a great day.
Thank you. Mr. Akinwale, are you there? You are there? Okay, good. Okay. Then okay, we'll go to say okay, that's okay, fine. Mr. Ogochukwu. Okay. Ogochukwu, okay, are you there, please? Ogochukwu, okay.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Ogochukwu.
Good morning, HOS. My name is Ugochukwu Okeke from Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social.
Message on your screen. Press the accept button. You will see a message on your screen. Accept.
Join as panelist.
Yes, accept. Just accept.
Ugochukwu accepts as panelist and then put on your video, please. Accept, there's a message that I can send to you. Okay, if Ogochukwu is not there, can we go to the next person?
Said Aladi. Said Aladi. Mr. Said Aladi. Mr. Said. Mr. Said.
It's coming up. Said is coming up. Said Aladi, just accept to become a panelist and then go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, ma. I want to first and foremost congratulate very digital head of service, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, on this 2023 Civil Service Week. We continue to appreciate your giant stride, especially in trying to digitalize the service. I believe the history will be very kind to you for all these innovations. And I want to also affirm that the FCIP 25 is the game changer. Is the game changer in the sense that the innovation that comes with it cannot be overemphasized. We really appreciate that we are seeing a service that we can all be proud of, that you know, in years to come, that we will run a government like a business, a government that works for Nigerians. So we appreciate that. And in line with this F25,
Mr. Said.
Mr. Said,
yes.
MTA you work.
Okay, my name is, I work with Tafawa Balewa Square Management Board, Lagos. I'm the head of the liaison office in Abuja.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yes. Yes, like I said, I first and foremost congratulate our digital head of service for this year's Civil Service Week. We have continued to appreciate the giant strides, the innovations that has been introduced in the service. I believe the history will be very kind to you to you know, put to record some of these innovations and achievements that we have been able to record during your term in service. I also want to, you know, first stand on existing protocol, all the permanent secretaries present and directors. I said the FCIP 25 is actually a game changer in the service, because this is an innovation that people years back, people will not anticipate that there will be such an achievement in the service. The service has always been very averse to change over the years, but we have now seen this innovation has now come to change all this. That's why I call it the game changer. And I believe that in very few years to come, we're going to have a service that we will all be proud of and continue to, progress. You have talked about a lot about technology, especially on regards to digitalization. And I believe that the deployment of technology in the service is one very important, aspect of this reform. Issue of digitalization. We know currently there is artificial intelligence and all that being deployed, and we cannot afford to lag behind. And so we appreciate that, and we will continue to, support all these reforms and see that we also continue to push the service forward. There is a lot that has been said. You talked about during your remarks about the welfare. I mean, your concern about the welfare and the president. You talk about that there will be a transportation palliatives. That is very important, man. The issue of, that to civil servant cannot be overemphasized. I want us to, one, are we looking at any timeline for that, ma'am? For that, some of those transportation palliatives that you are working on, we appreciate that. And also, ma'am, the second question with regards to harmonization of salaries, I believe over the years you have been pushing that forward. You are one of the head of service that has really, put concrete actions to make sure that that is actualized. We cannot quickly forget the recent, in April, the peculiar allowance that was introduced. We appreciate your effort in getting that done, and we believe that you can still do more. So I want to know what are we doing about that harmonization of salaries, and also to emphasize that, if there is any way you can, with regards to other MDAs, the issue of technology and the green energy you talked about is very important, ensuring that we all put it as a priority in our priority list in our capital project, to ensure that year in, year out, if possible, put a benchmark for all MDAs to ensure that in years to come, they have prioritized some of these policies in achieving them, by providing projects or capital projects that will ensure provision of this equipment, and also, the alternative energy source, which is the solar energy that we are looking at. I want to also thank you for everything you have done in the service. This is been the second time having this opportunity to interact with you. I have done that during the interaction with the labor leaders, and I really appreciate. You are the most accessible head of service that I have ever known, and I believe that you will continue to be accessible to all civil servants. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sheikh, for those kind of.
Thank you very much, Mr. Said.
Mr. Mohammed Hassan, are you there? No. Mr. Mohammed Hassan.
Yes.
Follow the prompt on your screen. Mr. Mohammed Hassan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, follow the prompt on your screen. I said being a panelist.
Sorry.
Mohammed Hassan. Muhammad Hassan.
Okay, while other people are trying to accept the request to become finalists, I am scrolling through the questions that are typed online, and there's one somebody from Rivers State that is asking how they can join in the civil service celebrations. And I just want to announce that all the activities, especially for Thursday and the gala night, will be streamed online. So it will be streamed live on all our social media handles. So please, you can join us either on Facebook or on Twitter. And you will, if you are following the Office of the Head of Service, you'll be able to be a part of all those activities, even though you are not in Abuja, but the lecture will be streamed live, and then the gala night will also be streamed live on all our social media platforms. So we're not leaving those of you that are not in Abuja out this year. Thank you.
Mr. Mohammed Hassan, yes.
Yes. Good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
Good morning, Ma. I really appreciate this interactive session of you. And good morning once again for all of you there. And this is my first time to join this interactive section. And I'm Muhammad Hassan from National Bureau of Statistics, and a planning officer also. If you can remember, it's a planning officer. And I have so many concerns about that, Ma. So I don't know whether I have an opportunity to explain our issues concerning that planning officer issue. So because I'm a deputy governor of the planning officers, so I represent them. So we have so many issues that we want to address now. So I don't know whether I have something to do so.
Can you put your concerns in writing, please? Put them in writing and send it to my office. If I need to invite you to come and talk one-on-one, I will do that.
Okay, ma. Thank you for that.
I'm not sure we'll be able to take all of them today, so that it's not only you they're addressing. Please put concerns in writing and then send the letter to my office. I will invite you for it. Okay?
Okay, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Your Excellency.
Thank you, man.
But Isioma Abraham. Isioma Abraham, right there. Isioma Abraham. Isioma.
I don't know, it's like I'm muted though.
No, yeah.
We can hear you. Accept the
panelist, and we'll see your picture. Yeah. Let's be a panelist, then so that we can see you. Yes.
Isioma is present. I can hear you. Good morning.
Your video. Accept to be a panelist, then you will be able to view.
Okay. I wish to stay as an attendee. Thank you.
As an attendee, then take your question, because I need to see the face of who is asking the question, please. Once you finish your question, then you will go back to being an attendee. But for you to be able to ask a question, for us to be able to see who is asking the question, you need to accept to be a panelist. Otherwise, we'll go to the next person.
Isioma, are you there? You are going. Jero, Mr. Jero, Ejayeta, are you there? Mr. Jero, Ejayeta. Okay. Going forward, for those who are, for all those that have raised their hand, please, after your name, just put in bracket the NDA you present to make it a lot easier for us. Just go to your advisor, rename yourself, just add your NDA in your explanation.
Yes, thank you very much for the privilege to be called upon. My name is Dr. Jerry Jaita, an Assistant Director with the Federal Ministry of Education. I want to appreciate our amiable head of service. I remember when she was the PAMSEC in education, she did wonderfully well for us. Personally, I've been involved in teaching the public service rule. I think for the PMS to really gain its grounds, we need to have a very good understanding of the public service rules. Many a times, candidates do read the public service rule because of promotion exams. I have been reading it, I've gone through it, and by the grace of God, been able to come up with a training manual on understanding public service rule. I have been doing this online selflessly without collecting a dime from anyone, and participants who have been promoted to director, deputy director have testified to this fact. The lecture is still ongoing for the next promotion exercise. So I'm willing to partner with us in fostering this digitalization by our amiable head of service. Because once the civil servants understand the public service rule, it will give them the better understanding of the PMS that is being put in place. I want to thank you for that. And then secondly, before then I said I'm open to partnering with you. I'm willing, I'm available at any point in time I'm called upon. And then secondly, we have is an issue bordering on education officers in the Ministry of Police Affairs. In the course of this issue of elongation, I was privileged to assist them. I had some persons I interacted with in the head of service which assisted us. We were able to reinstate those eligible candidates, and then as of today, they are receiving their salaries. But the Ministry of Police Affairs has an issue. The education officers under the Ministry of Police Affairs are not, their payroll is not under the Ministry of Police Affairs, but under police budgeting. They've written several letters to the Office of the Head of Service, which the Permanent Secretary, I think Career Management, has also responded to police for them to take you from the Ministry of Education. But as we speak, they have, they said, according to them, because I discussed with the DCP Uma, who is the current FEO, that's the first education officer in charge of that unit. And he said that their legal team told them that the 7th of April. So that's been a bone of contention as we speak. Many of them have not got their salaries. When I contacted the Office of the Head of Service, I was told that they are on the wrong path. So I want to draw the attention of the Head of Service to kindly draw the attention of the IGP. I think it's needed for those officers, if I'm right, to be migrated back into the payroll of the Ministry of Police Affairs, where they should have a Directorate of Education like it is in the Ministry of Defense. They have the Director of Education who supersedes who supervises the activities of education officers posted to Ministry of Defense that are in the command secondary schools and the Air Force secondary schools. I think this should also be done for the Ministry of Police Affairs, so that our education officers who are there should be brought into the Ministry of Police Affairs properly, not under police, so that this issue, I've been told that they were asked to step aside pending when this issue will be resolved. So I think the Head of Service needs to be informed about this, so that the attention of the IG and those involved in police affairs should be drawn, so that they do the needful, like has been effected for Ministry of Education and Ministry of Defense. Thank you very much, Ma. I really appreciate your good works, and the good Lord will continue to bless you. Thank you so much. The Permanent Secretary Career Management Office, you're doing a great job. We are willing to always partner, and we will always do our bit. For me, I'm doing my bit in my small room. Thank you for the privilege to be a part of this conversation. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you very much for your comments. And the Permanent Secretary, CMO, and SPSO will get in touch with you, especially on the work you are doing with the PSR. But please be aware that there is a new PSR that will be launched on Thursday. It's important for you to teach online the correct thing. There's a new revised PSR, which is substantially different from the old PSR. So please, once it has been unveiled on Thursday, you need to get a copy immediately. Thank you and well done.
This Akubo, okay, so Public Education, with the kind of of the Civil Service of Education, then the Public Education wants to say something.
Okay, Public Education, please go ahead.
Go ahead, sir. Sir.
I didn't indicate I wanted to speak, ma.
This is your answer. That's your answer. Okay, sorry. No problem.
I'm just commending your staff for the good work he's doing.
Okay, thank you, ma.
Okay, please, can you go on?
Mr. Akubo Inache Austin, are you there? Mr. Akubo Inache Austin. Mr. Akubo. Mr. Akubo.
Please, just once you're able to to call them out 2 or 3 times. Go to the next person.
Adekola Adiabo. Adekola Adiabo. Anthony Pagbore. Anthony Pagbore. Ayo Babalala.
Oh, good morning.
Okay, fine. Ayo, go ahead.
Good morning.
Morning. Oh. I said to be a panelist so that we can be able to view you. Mr. Ayo. Yes. I said to be a panelist so that we can view you.
Good morning.
Yeah, fine. Go ahead.
Good morning. My name is Ayo Babalala from Federal Ministry of Water Resources, Department of Water Quality Control and Sanitation. I want to thank you for this privilege. Recently, we were asked to link NIN with the IPPIS number on the IPPIS self-service. We were given a password and a PIN, which some of us tried to log in. I actually, I logged in, but I saw a different name entirely, different from my name, Basi Emmanuel. I'm Babala Emmanuel Ayodele, and what I saw was Basi Emmanuel. And the person is different, and even the ministry is a different ministry entirely. So immediately I went to the IPIS department in our ministry, Federal Ministry of Water Resources, and I was asked to submit evidence of IPIS verification done in 2018, which I did since then. And since we have been given a deadline and nobody knows what will happen after the deadline. So, and since I've been going there, they will tell me they are still working on it from the head of service. So I want to implore the head of service to please speak on this, and if possible, to give us time, or if there is need for us to also come to the head of service to make this kind of complaint. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please come to the IPPIS office in Office of the Head of Service.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Sunday Joseph.
Aziz IK champion. Aziz
IK champion. Are you there? Mr. Aziz. Aziz.
Okay, while we're still looking at that, let me talk about promotion arrears and payments. This issue has been on for some time now, and we have approached it from 2 directions. The first one is that I've told permanent secretaries that they must start and conclude promotions within the year, so that promotion arrears is not incurred. I've been talking about that at the service-wide meetings, and I'm re-emphasizing it now, that all promotions should be done within the year. If the promotion is done within that year, then there's no need for promotion arrears. It is when promotion drags on and on that we now accrue promotion arrears. And the permanent secretaries have agreed to cooperate in that aspect. But the ones that are already on ground and we need to pay, we've also engaged the Budget Office of the Federation, and they are ready to cooperate on the basis of having genuine requests. They complain that most of the requests that they get, most of the time, once they verify, they are not genuine. So there's a committee actually that has been set up to deal with all the requests and make sure that they are genuine. Then we will move them to the Budget Office of the Federation. But we're also working towards ensuring that the requests are genuine. I understand that MDAs have even been written to submit their request on these arrears. I'm not sure any NDA has submitted anything as at today. So the Office of the Head of Service is working, but the MDAs also have to step up and compile these requests so that we can forward them, we can verify the claims and then forward them to the Budget Office of the Federation. Thank you. Any other questions?
I want to are you there?
No, it's no.
Mr. Aziz.
Please, once you raise up your hand, be near your system. We're going to end the interactive session at 12.
Mr.
So if
Aziz.
you are not here, we can call you before 12 then. We'll wait till next time. Okay, while we're still waiting, there was this question I saw online on PMS and how superiors will not oppress the officers that they're supposed to report on. Please, that's why I said we should read the guidelines. The guidelines will show that there's a section where the person reporting on can make comments directly to the Director of Human Resources and the Permanent Secretary, and even the Permanent Secretary, CMO, and the Head of Service. So you should be rest assured that the PMS is an open system whereby if a superior refuses to assess you correctly, you can immediately raise an objection, and that objection will be looked into immediately. So please, officers, relax about that. There's nothing that would hold us down on that. Okay, is Anthony ready?
Aziz, are you there? Aziz, unmute yourself then mute. Unmute yourself. Mr. Aziz, put on your mic, please. Mr. Aziz.
The Head of Service.
You have to start on this.
I want to appreciate the Head of Service, all the permanent secretaries and everybody that has championing the cause of civil service. It's a great privilege to have an interaction with you this time around. And I want to ask, talk about 28 days. The Head of Service has not included it in our analysis about the arrears. I want the Head of Service to speak more on 28 days payment, because since I've been moved to Head of Service, I've not gotten my 28 days. And secondly, I want to talk about the digitalization process and its security. I've sent a message before. The digitalization process is a welcome process that we are very happy about it. Like some of us that have worked in the bank before, we are happy and we are glad. And rightly, we are working with computer in the Head of Service. And I want to appreciate the Head of Service because of that. And secondly, I want to ask the security of this digitalization system. What are the plans? Because this time around, we have so many Yahoo people outside and the hackers. I want to know whether the Head of Service is also planning so that things unforeseen, whereby there will be loss of data during the system. And I want to ask another question. We have heard about several radio stations, like human rights stations, Nigeria Army Radio, University of Ilorin Radio, to mention a few. When are we going to likely have a civil service radio? Thank you. And the other one, I want to ask, if we check the security system in the nation, we have Nigeria Army that have chaplaincy. These chaplaincies are the ones that coordinate the security, the spiritual aspect of security in the country. Now, the civil service, when are we going to have people in charge of the spiritual exercise? I remember when I was in Ministry of Police Affairs, the police recruited pastors and imams, and they were posted to different 36 states of the country, and they were working to fight all spiritual battles. I don't know whether the head of service is also looking in that direction. Finally. So let me just stop at that. I want to appreciate the head of service. We are happy to be working with you, and we hope that the system will go up and making sure that the service is upgraded day by day. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. That's mine. Yes, ma'am. I'm hearing you.
Of the advice.
Okay, if you can hear me, Mr. Aziz, I said, since we have you in service, why do we need to employ imams and pastors? You are a very good prayer warrior. Even just listening to you, I can really see that you are a good prayer warrior. So please keep on praying for civil service. All right. STO will also, I'll call him up to address your concerns of our platform. 5 seconds to.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ma, and to Kazim for that request for spiritual intervention. It's okay. Okay. So you are very right, Aziz. Like the last speaker from transport, I remember quite well. Issue of security of data is critical for digitalization, and recent happenings around have also indicated that. So at the Office of the Civil Service, we are working assiduously with all the other government agencies that are responsible for data protection, NITDA, Galaxy, the Nigerian Data Protection Agency, to come up with a unified approach to addressing issues with hackers and so on. One of the things we've thought very well is the need for that is going to be able to address issue of data sovereignty, data security, as well as localization of content in terms of the software applications we're doing. All this put together is going to help the country in the coming years, 5, 10 years down the line, to be able to be highly independent. As you know, most of our global players, particularly in the Asian countries and some North American, North African countries, have all continuously disengaged away from the globalized internet platforms to sovereign internet platforms that guarantees security of our data. So yes, it's a big concern, but the Office of Head of Service are working with other MDAs that are responsible for this, are working to ensure that whatever digitalization we are putting in place is going to be well secured and is going to be able to be sovereign control. So I can assure you that we are sensitive. The Head of Service has been putting us on high jump lately to ensure that our digital systems, our servers are very well secured. So we will ensure that that is being communicated across all the other MDAs. Thank you, Mark.
Yes, Mr. Sunday, Mr. Sunday Ajide Babatunde, Prime Minister of Special Ministries and Governmental Affairs. Are you there? Mr. Sunday Ajide Babatunde. Go to Sunday Joseph. That's true. You won't try to go together. Go to the okay. Mr. Sunday Ajide Babatunde. Mr. Sunday. Engineer Nicholas Okore, either. Engineer Nicholas Okore. Engineer Nicholas. Engineer Nicholas Okore. Osimbe Momo, are you there? Mr. Osben Momo. Mr. Osben Momo. Yes. Mr. Laden, okay. Laden in Nerikuma. Mr. Laden in Rumukuma.
Yes, sir.
Video. Okay, your video, please. Just accept being a panelist on the file.
I've not got the message, sir.
Message. You have not gotten the message.
Hello. Husband Momo is here.
Just be on somebody like.
Hello. Husband Momo on the line, sir.
Video, please.
Good afternoon.
What happened to your face?
Good afternoon, fatigable and digital head of service.
Right.
I actually want to appreciate the head of service for this wonderful initiative that has been introduced to the service. That is the digitalization of the service. The majority of the things that we are doing now, I think, is what has been, craved for, to see how we can position the service to where it's supposed to be. Before I move forward, let me first of all introduce myself. My name is Husband Momo from the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment. One of the things I actually want to bring to the table this morning is the fact that when we look at the current situation in the country today, as it relates to the current reality in terms of the removal of the fuel subsidy, we know that the critical aspect of the staff community in terms of the welfare is the transport system, movement of staff from one location to the other, owing to the fact that the accommodations that are available are limited. So staff had to find a way to survive. So in view of this, I want to ask, aside from the current state of the system where you have staff buses being procured by MDAs, is there any other provisions that can be made available to MDAs for them to acquire more buses to at least cover some critical areas where staff has population, that they can have ease of transport from one point to another, especially when it comes to efficiency and punctuality and also accuracy in thinking? I think it's important that we look into this. That's why I'm bringing it up, that the aspect of provision of buses, staff buses particularly, to ameliorate the current realities of the removal of fuel subsidy. I don't know if the head of service has anything in place for MDAs to key into for us to join the move for welfare of staff in that regard, sir. Thank you.
Right. Okay, unmute yourself, please. Unmute yourself.
I've done so, sir.
Okay, go ahead now. Go ahead.
My name is Lade Inerikma S. I'm an assistant chief planning officer of the office of the head of the civil service of the Federation, but at present, I am with the Public Service Institute. I want to first and foremost thank the head of service and the permanent secretaries. I want to note that a lot of innovations are taking place in the service, pioneered by the head of service herself. And that is why I think she's been called digital head of service. And that is, I think, very, very appropriate. Now, even the effort, in the obtaining an ISO certification of the service is a very, very great feat, because it is only seen in the private sector. Even in the private sector, you see it only in, the IOCs, international companies. But here in the office of the head of service, I think ISO certification has been obtained. That is a very, very great service to the civil service. Now, during the address by the head of service herself, she mentioned something that caught my attention. She said attitudinal change. That is very key. The reason being that however perfect a system you have, however good the software you have, if the attitude of the people to implement that software, to work with that software is not good, that software can't do a magic for anybody. So we need an attitudinal change in service where the officers in service will work to learn and not just work to eat. Where the officers in the service will accept ownership of the system so that they could do their best. Where they accept ownership of the system, then they will do self-development on how they can contribute to the system. Because to the best of my knowledge, a lot of things are happening in the system, but because of the attitude of officers, to what is happening, a lot of them don't really know what is happening because they are not really interested. And unless they change their system, any effort towards cascading all this down will not have any effect. Yes, vertical and lateral coordination maybe might be needed, let me say strongly, so as to do this, but the attitude of the officers is very, very key, because you can't force it down their throat unless they own the system. So that is my plea to my fellow officers in the service, that we should take ownership of the system, because it is even for our own personal benefit. There you will find self-satisfaction in the service if you take ownership of the system, because like I've said earlier, a lot of things are happening. Now, during the contributions from some other people talk about light, in running PMS. Of course, that is very, very true, because we are talking about digital approach to operations of the system. Now, even in that, I think there are innovative ways of cutting costs to ensure that we have power. For instance, in the office of the head of service, I'm very well aware that some, let me say, laptops, whether mini laptops or so, are being distributed. And you and I will surely agree that such appliances, need much, much less power to work, to operate. For instance, if the servers can be on solar, and then hubs and all that could be on solar, you need less power, to drive your devices. So we need to be much, much more innovative in cost-cutting measure, because nobody needs to tell you and I at present that power is expensive today. Petrol is expensive, diesel is expensive. So to get power, it is expensive. So we need innovative ways of cutting costs so as to ensure that the digitalization and the PMS will operate smoothly. So this is my prayer to all officers and also to accounting officers in the service. And I want to, greatly thank the head of service herself and our team in driving all these changes. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Laden. Looks like I'll employ you. I will bring you to the office of the head of service. You will become my PR manager. Thank you for the appeal to all civil servants. Attitudinal change is key. Even if the government supplies everything we need and the human being does not accept to change, then the work done is zero. So thank you very much for amplifying the need for all of us to change our attitudes. Thank you. Can we take 2 or 3 more? It's after 12.
Earlier asked all participants, especially those that have indicated interest to ask questions, to state their designation, their MDs, and their name, but most of them are visible. So going forward, I want to by the group. So I'm going to Usman Yusuf. Yes, so Usman Yusuf, you have correctly done what I asked everybody to do. So we'll go with you. So, are you there, Mr. Usman Yusuf? Usman Yusuf. Usman Yusuf, National Planning Commission. Mr. Usman Yusuf. All right, we'll go to engineer. Engineer Nicholas Okore. Engineer Nicholas Okore. Usman, are you there? Usman, unmute yourself, please.
Can you hear me, please?
Who's there, Usman?
Somebody here.
Somebody's not. Usman, are you on?
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Okay, Nicholas. Nicholas is on.
Okay, Nicholas.
This video.
You have video, please, Mr. Nicholas. Engineer Nicholas.
I'm Engineer Nicholas Okore. I'm calling from my ecological project office. I have a good day and to everyone. All protocol duly and respectfully observed. I have few comments to make.
The volume on the device, the bottom.
Oh, you should move his mic. I appreciate this venue for us to air our views for the betterment of civil service. Although one of my complaints has been addressed by head of service, which is towards the areas, promotion areas. Like for me now, since I have a promotion area since 2012, which has not been attended to, another one 2019. Then, which I want to align with her that, for instance, if an officer is supposed to be promoted to the next level next year, that officer should conclude all the promotion exercise by the end of this system. So once next year starts, the person will start earning the new salary if the person is successful. So that's my suggestion. I agree with that. And also, I want to suggest, like, since last year we took promotion exam, till now it has not come out. Sometimes when you take a promotion exam, it can take up to a year or even more than that before the list will come out. Is there any way head of service and those who are in charge can estimate up if a promotion exam is taken within 1 or 2 months, the successful candidate will be produced. This will also help in reducing the backlogs from promotion areas. Thank you very much. These are my suggestions. Thanks.
Thank you, Engineer Nicholas. Mr. Usman Yusuf, are you there? Usman Yusuf. Out of Joseph, Sunday Joseph. Sunday Joseph. Ahmed M. Sunday Joseph. Sunday Joseph. Sunday Joseph.
Call somebody else.
Dr. Adewale, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead, Doctor.
Good afternoon. Okay.
Accept, you will see a message on your screen. Go ahead.
Is there?
Okay. Go ahead. Unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, good afternoon, the head of service, the permanent secretary, and every other person on call this morning. Thank you so much, Ma, for this noble initiative. And I'm super proud to be a Nigerian and also to be a civil servant at this point, that you could have an interactive session with the head of service and the other top officials in this week, in this year's Civil Service Week. Very laudable, very innovative, and I really thank you. I knew it would come to this. Somebody spoke, the last speaker spoke about the, sorry, before I go. My name is Adewale Oyinola from the Office of the Auditor General for the Federation. The last speaker spoke about promotion.
Yeah. It looks like you are not in Nigeria.
Yes, correct. Okay, so the last speaker spoke about promotion exam and delays and stuff. Like, yes, I understand that. And I want to ask, of course, we've come around the PMS system, which is very laudable initiative. Can we cascade that into our online promotion examination to be digital? With a digital examination, in less than 1 week, your result is out. I know it can happen because I think 3 years ago, I took part in the LIP examination. And I was in London. I took the examination in London. And in less than few weeks, the result was out. Okay, I couldn't take part in the second because I missed the deadline for that examination. So if we can have a LIP examination and everything went well, the result went well up to the final selection, can we cascade that into promotion exam that within less than 30 days, let's give a grace of 30 days, the result is out, you get your letters, then you move to the next level. That would be my question. But I want to thank Head of Service and what you are doing at the Civil Service. Thank you so much. I pray for God's grace to be able to deploy more innovative solutions to Nigeria. I'm proud to be a Nigerian. I'm proud to be a civil servant at this point. Thank you.
Thank you. Continue to be proud.
Thank you very much. Farmstead Civil Service Commission, are you online, please? I think you need to address what he has talked about. Farmstead Civil Service Commission. You see online?
Check that.
Okay, while we're waiting for Farmstead Civil Service Commission, I know that they are very busy at this time, so he might not be online. But like we all know, the promotion exams is mainly the responsibility of the Federal Civil Service Commission. However, the Office of the Head of Service has been encouraging the Commission to migrate to online promotion exams. And I think last year we actually made it official and wrote a letter to the Commission saying we are ready to support in any way possible to ensure that promotion is now done online. And you can see that for this year, now registration for the promotion is online. So that is a step in the right direction. We'll continue to work with the commission to ensure that in the very near future, promotion exams will be conducted online. And for the Office of the Head of Service, you know that our corporate exam is done online and you get your results within a week. And that is what we're also advocating for civil service promotion exam. So by the grace of God, we will get there. We will get there.
Sure.
Thank you. Is the FAMSEC commission there?
No, I have to join. I have to join again.
Okay, but let's go on. We are already short of time.
Sarah.
But Sarah, Sarah Abaka. Sarah Abaka. Sarah Mr. Petroleum. Mrs. Sarah, are you there?
Good morning, my head of service and all our permanent secretaries.
Please put on your video.
The video, Madam.
Yes, I'm on it. I think the admin have to allow that before I can on. It's not on in here. I thank you so much for the lecture and all the information. I want to really appreciate all you have been doing, ma.
For video, please put on your video.
Okay, I can do that now.
So put on your video, please. One of the participants said, that's one of the measures where you must see your face before you can ask the question.
I'm on the video, ma.
My camera, is it focused on you? My camera, my device camera, is it focused?
Yes.
Focus your camera.
Yes, sir.
Your camera, camera not on.
Please, while she's trying, we'll call you after you sort your system out.
Basi Okon, are you there? Basi Okon.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm here.
Yes, your video, please. Just accept to be a panelist and see it. Basi.
Yes, I have accepted.
Then put on your video.
Yes, done. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm able head of the Civil Service of the Federation. My name is Basi Okon, and I work with Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management, and Social Development. I am a computer analyst, and I have a few concerns that I'd like to highlight so that via experience working with in the service. First is the issue of the usage of official emails. Judging by personal experience, in our ministries, we've noticed that, yes, the mails are created, but the main issue is, I think we might need to adjust our processes to ensure that we creatively point people to using it. You know, we have some of, like in our ministry, the indicators, part of our indicators that we report is for the PM, for the performance, the PMS is ability to have these emails opened And then we've done that, but we looked at usage. We need to realign our processes to ensure that people have that, attitude of going there to use it. Maybe I'm thinking maybe an enforcement kind of need to be done from the head office of the head of the civil service of the Federation to ensure that people actually go to their mails. I don't know how we're going to do that directly, but I know that if an order comes down from the head of the civil service and there's this strong enforcement, it will be done. Then the other part is for the IPPIS service, self-service. Some persons are complaining that they are not able to schedule their leave. So I'm thinking that is something that we need to look at. But I strongly commend the head of the civil service of the Federation for the initiatives. Seriously, personally, I never liked civil service from the beginning, but with the initiatives that I have seen as an IT person, I'll be sincere, when I was awarded with this job, I came out like, what are we going to really be doing here? But so far, looking at the innovations that are coming up, I just know that I have a strong feeling that there's a place for IT people here, and there's a lot that we can be, we can do, and then our skills will be properly utilized. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Basti. But before I address your concern, I can see that my brother, the head of service, Lagos State, is online. Can we please see your face? If you are still online, HOS Lagos State, please can you invite me to become a panelist? Yes. HOS Lagos State, are you still online?
Type Mori.
Okay, maybe he's gone offline. Okay, but I think maybe he has gone. But thank you. I just saw his comment. Thank you very much for joining the webinar this morning. We really appreciate you, HOS Lagos State. I will talk to you offline after the webinar. Thank you. Then back to Basi. Thank you very much for your commendations. Yes, enforcement of official emails. Once your MDA starts both the PMS and the digitalization, you will be forced to use your official email. Because once you start, communication will have to be using the official emails. We cannot use Yahoo or Gmail anymore. Once you start your digital processing. So I think that your ministry will get there. In Office of the Head of Service, we all have our official email addresses, and that's all we use, both for digitalization and the PMS. So please encourage your PAMSEC and the ministry to move faster on your processes so that you can use the official emails also. Okay, are we on the last person now?
Mr. Mukhtar, I got this. Mukhtar. Mukhtar Shaib, are you there? Mukhtar Shaib. Mukhtar Shaib. This is not there. This Akubo Ineche, are you there? Akubo Ineche Austin. Call this man. Mukhtar Shaib is coming. Okay. Mukhtar Shaib, are you there? Akubo Ineche.
Okay, it's like most of the people.
Yeah, Akubo is calling them.
Okay.
The HOS is online now.
Yeah, they said they have sent a question, so I'll read it.
No, not a question. He just sent me a message again.
Okay, let's listen.
MURI. Okay. I think we have taken as much questions as we can. So I'll just round up. I would also take some questions that we have not been able to answer. I think we have not said anything about the different salary structures in service, and I need to talk about that. You recall that there's this committee, presidential committee on harmonization of salaries in the civil service. And it is the work of this committee that brought about the 40% peculiar allowance for civil servants, because civil servants were seen to be on the lowest rung of the salary grade level. And that was just the first action that has been taken to ensure that the harmonization is done. Like somebody said, in all other countries of the world, there's one salary, basic salary scale, and then allowances differ. And that is what we're moving towards. That is what we're working towards. For us to have one salary scale, and then depending on your job, you will have, if you need it, you will have an allowance that is peculiar to what you do. And we are also working with the National Productivity Center to ensure that, you know, the salary is based on the work you do and not just a flat salary. Somebody commented on somebody that has BSc Economics that works somewhere. It is not the degree that we're looking at now, but what are your contributions? And I think that as Nigerians, we should move away from, I have this degree, I have that degree, to what are you contributing to the organization where you work? Even if you have a first degree, you have a second degree, you have a PhD, and you are not contributing to that organization, then your salary will be reflected as such. So please, I think productivity is the key thing. Let us ensure that we are very productive where we are. I also think that we need to talk about the subsidy removal and the consequence effect it has had on civil servants. Like I said in my opening address, the government is very sensitive to the plight of its workers. And there's a committee that has been set up to look at the effects and what government can do to cushion the effect of the subsidy removal. I am a part of that committee, so I know that the work is going on and that in another few weeks, we will start to see what government is doing. Yes, the minimum wage now, everybody agrees that the 30,000 naira minimum wage is not realistic anymore. But the process of reviewing the minimum wage is quite long, because the Salaries and Wages Commission is the one that drives the process, and they have to liaise with the states, they have to liaise with the union, going back and forth, and so it might take long. But in the interim, the government is working on some immediate actions that would actually reduce the effects on workers. Some of these might be bus service, like you said before. There would be provision of buses for workers. That is on the table. It is also on the table that the government should think about an allowance, even if it is for 6 months, for 3 months before the minimum wage kicks in, that will help put extra money in the pocket of workers so that they can survive these very harsh conditions. So please let me assure you, well, that the committee is working very hard to ensure that very soon we will come up with the cushioning effect of the removal on subsidy. Lastly, I also just want to talk briefly on the bus service that the Office of the Head of Service was running. You know that we launched the bus service. However, the Abuja was not ready for our CNG buses because the buses came, but they couldn't access CNG. And so the operator of the bus service came back to us to say that they don't have CNG to run their buses with, and that they are going to move their buses to Lagos, where they say gas was available. We did everything we could do at that time with the Ministry of Petroleum Resources to ensure that gas was available, but somehow it didn't work out. When we now saw that that arrangement was not working, this office immediately did a letter to the Federal Ministry of Finance to say, look, we tried this, it's not working. So government has to now purchase buses that will assist workers in moving from their homes to their offices. Because we are aware that most workers live on the outskirts, and it's so difficult to get money to pay every day to come to work. We're following up with that request in the Ministry of Finance, and we hope that even before the general palliatives come, we will also, the Office of the Head of Service will also be able to get that out. So we have put all our fingers on the table to ensure that we reduce and alleviate as much as possible the difficulties that civil servants are going through. Please rest assured that your welfare is our concern, and we will do everything to ensure that civil servants have the best while working for government. Once again, I want to thank you all for this opportunity to judge all together. It's been a very, very interesting time. Like we said, we've been meeting, we've been having various webinars with various groups. That arrangement will continue. Some people have asked why webinars and why not the normal hall events. But you can see that today now we had participation from all over Nigeria. That wouldn't have been possible if we had an event in a hall. And also with the drive to become digital, we're insisting that civil servants must learn how to communicate their webinars. I'm sure some people that have never tried it before tried it today, and they've seen that it's not that difficult. So thank you very much, everybody that has attended. We had a very huge attendance this morning, and I thank you all for being a part of this webinar. Please make sure the attendance at all other events is just as good as this one or even better. Thank you and have a very good day, everyone. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam.
Madam, for the monthly assurance of the ability for the current service servers. We are very sure, but it's good that you are very clear that something is built on. We are aware that you are an achiever and we are sure that you are going to come up with something that every civil servant will smile. Thank you, ma'am. In there for us at all times. Head of service, ma'am. Transformative permanent secretaries on this platform, distinguished participants, my fellow directors on this platform. Please, on this note that we are gradually coming to the end of the program, but before we depart, I would like to thank the Commission of the Civil Service as the Permanent Secretary, Career Management Office, Engineer Marcus Ogunde, to thank everybody for participating.
Please, before the council CMO does the vote of thanks, I just want to find out if any permanent secretary has anything to add before we close. Please, Pamsex, if you have anything to add to the program today, can you please indicate so that we can allow you have a minute? Okay, I don't think there's any hand up. No hands.
Anybody?
Okay. Pamsex CMO, please.
Thank you very much, the head of service. You will agree with me that this interaction has been very interesting and we've gained quite a lot. And on this note, I want to thank everybody that has been here. We have close to 1,000 participants. It is very, very encouraging. Let me thank everybody. But before I thank everybody again, let me say it is very good. And what gladdens our heart that the head of service has created this platform. It's not just because we are having the Civil Service Week. This has been a regular occurrence. I think we've had like 4 or 5 webinars now on topical issues on the pillars of FC and even with the labor union. So it's an agreement that has been established to have discussions and interactions with all civil servants. Now we thank you for this opportunity for allowing us to ask questions, to know more about something that we ordinarily is confusing us. So we want to thank you for giving us this chance. And also we want to thank all permanent secretaries that have mobilized their staff members to join this conversation. We want to thank you for your support all the time. And also we want to thank all other civil servants that have joined, to create time to join. You even use your own data and you contribute very well. Every question that has been asked and all the comments that have been passed, we'll make sure we'll visit them again and use them towards the upliftment of the service. I want to thank you again. And when we meet you next time, very soon, please, we encourage you to please join and also bring up your very valuable comments and questions. Thank you very much.
The webinar will be available on online for the meetings.
Okay, please. The recording of this webinar will be available online at least for some days now. So please ensure to visit our website and listen again and watch again. Thank you very much.
On the final note, distinguished participants, as the digital service has stated earlier, I wish to make a personal appeal to all of us civil servants to constantly be checking our digital platforms. We tend to be abreast of happenings in the service. It's very important that you join the digital bus, if not you will get the bus stop. Thank you very much. We'll take the national anthem. We'll take the national anthem and we start on the national anthem. Let's rise for the national anthem.
Thank you. Well done, everybody.
Thank you.
So, 2 jam.
Congratulations, ma.
Civil servants arriving late.
Congratulations, ma.
Congratulations, head of service.
Did you celebrate?
This way to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS interactive session with civil servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 2023, public service lecture. Venue, State House Conference Center. Friday, 28th July 2023, special Jumu'ah prayers. Venue, National Mosque. Saturday, 29th July 2023, aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Saturday, 29th July 2023, Gala Night at State House Conference Center. Sunday, 30th July 2023, Thanksgiving service at Exosa Church of God, Jahi, Abuja. Announcer, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS interactive session with civil servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 2023, public service lecture. Venue, State House Conference Center. Friday, 28th July 2023, special Jumu'ah prayers. Venue, National Mosque. Saturday, 29th July 2023, aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Saturday, 29th July 2023, Gala Night at State House Conference Center. Sunday, 30th July 2023, Thanksgiving service at Exosa Church of God, Jahi, Abuja. Announcer, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS interactive session with civil servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 2023, public service lecture. Venue, State House Conference Center. Friday, 28th July 2023, special Jumu'ah prayers. Venue, National Mosque. Saturday, 29th July 2023, aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Saturday, 29th July 2023, Gala Night at State House Conference Center. Sunday, 30th July 2023, Thanksgiving service at Exosa Church of God, Jahi, Abuja. Announcer, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS interactive session with civil servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 2023, public service lecture. Venue, State House Conference Center. Friday, 28th July 2023, special Jumu'ah prayers, venue, National Mosque. Saturday, 29th July 2023, aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Saturday, 29th July 2023, Gala Night at State House Conference Center. Sunday, 30th July 2023, Thanksgiving service at Exosa Church of God, Jahi, Abuja. Announcer, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS interactive session with civil servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 2023, public service lecture, venue State House Conference Center. Friday, 28th July 2023, special Jumu'ah prayers, venue National Mosque. Saturday, 29th July 2023, aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Saturday, 29th July 2023, Gala Night at State House Conference Center. Sunday, 30th July 2023, Thanksgiving service at Exosa Church of God, Jahi, Abuja. Announcer, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS interactive session with civil servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 2023, public service lecture, venue State House Conference Center. Friday, 28th July 2023, special Jumu'ah prayers, venue National Mosque. Saturday, 29th July 2023, aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Saturday, 29th July 2023, Gala Night at State House Conference Center. Sunday, 30th July 2023, Thanksgiving service at Exosa Church of God, Jahi, Abuja. Announcer, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS interactive session with civil servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 2023, public service lecture, venue State House Conference Center. Friday, 28th July 2023, special Jumu'ah prayers, venue National Mosque. Saturday, 29th July 2023, aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Saturday, 29th July 2023, Gala Night at State House Conference Center. Sunday, 30th July 2023, Thanksgiving service at Exosa Church of God, Jahi, Abuja. Announcer, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS interactive session with civil servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 2023, public service lecture, venue State House Conference Center. Friday, 28th July 2023, special Jumu'ah prayers, venue, National Mosque. Saturday, 29th July 2023, aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Saturday, 29th July 2023, Gala Night at State House Conference Center. Sunday, 30th July 2023, Thanksgiving service at Exosa Church of God, Jahi, Abuja. Announcer, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS interactive session with civil servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 2023, public service lecture, venue State House Conference Center. Friday, 28th July 2023, special Jumu'ah prayers, venue National Mosque. Saturday, 29th July 2023, aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Saturday, 29th July 2023, Gala Night at State House Conference Center. Sunday, 30th July 2023, Thanksgiving service at Exosa Church of God, Jahi, Abuja. Announcer, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS interactive session with civil servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 28th July 2023, special Jumu'ah prayers, Saturday, 29th July 2023. Aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National. July 2023, Thanksgiving Exosa Church of God, Jahi, Abuja. Announcer, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, interactive session with civil servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 2023, public service lecture, venue State House Conference Center. Friday, 28th July 2023, special Jumu'ah prayers, venue National Mosque. Saturday, 29th July 2023, aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Saturday, 29th July 2023, Gala Night at State House Conference Center. Sunday, 30th July 2023, Thanksgiving service at Exosa Church of God, Jahi, Abuja. Announcer, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS interactive session with civil servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 2023, public service lecture, venue State House Conference Center. Friday, 28th July 2023, special Jumu'ah prayers, venue, National Mosque. Saturday, 29th July 2023, aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Saturday, 29th July 2023, Gala Night at State House Conference Center. Sunday, 30th July 2023, Thanksgiving service at Exosa Church of God, Jahi, Abuja. Announcer, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS interactive session with civil servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 2023, public service lecture, venue State House Conference Center. Friday, 28th July 2023, special Jumu'ah prayers, venue National Mosque. Saturday, 29th July 2023, aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Saturday, 29th July 2023, Gala Night at State House Conference Center. Sunday, 30th July 2023, Thanksgiving service at Exosa Church of God, Jahi, Abuja. Announcer, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS interactive session with civil servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 2023, public service lecture, venue State House Conference Center. Friday, 28th July 2023, special Jumu'ah prayers, venue National Mosque. Saturday, 29th July 2023, aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Saturday, 29th July 2023, Gala Night at State House Conference Center. Sunday, 30th July 2023, Thanksgiving service at Exosa Church of God, Jahi, Abuja. Announcer, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS interactive session with civil servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 2023, public service lecture, venue State House Conference Center. Friday, 28th July 2023, special Jumu'ah prayers, venue National Mosque. Saturday, 29th July 2023, aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Saturday, 29th July 2023, Gala Night at State House Conference Center. Sunday, 30th July 2023, Thanksgiving service at Exosa Church of God, Jahi, Abuja. Announcer, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS interactive session with civil servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 2023, public service lecture, venue State House Conference Center. Friday, 28th July 2023. Special Jumu'ah prayers. Venue, National Mosque. Saturday, 29th July 2023. Aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Saturday, 29th July 2023. Gala night at State House Conference Center. Sunday, 30th July 2023. Thanksgiving service at Exalted Church of God, Jahi, Abuja. Announcer, Dr. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS Interactive Session with Civil Servants virtually. Thursday, 27th July 2023, State House Conference Center. Friday, 28th July 2023, Special Jumu'ah prayers. Venue, National Mosque. Saturday, 29th July 2023, Aerobics and sports at Moshood, Abiola National Stadium. 9th July 2023. FOLASADE YEMI-ESAN, CFR, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient resource utilization and national development. Activities lined up for the week are as follows. Wednesday, 26th July 2023, HOS Interactive Session with Civil Service virtually. Thursday, 27th July. Friday, 28th July 2023. Saturday, 29th July. July 2023, Aerobics and Sports at Service at the Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation wishes to inform the public of the 2023 Civil Service Week with the theme Digitalization of Work Processes in the Public Service, a gateway to efficient lined up for the